All right, welcome. So we're going to look at the technical analysis aspect of what we have for the week and what our key levels are, what we perhaps think the markets will do from a technical perspective. We've looked at the macro outlook, and now is the time to look at the technical side. The truth is, let's look at some things. Let's see what the market is. USD instead of EURUSD. If you go to the 3 months, I like looking from the bigger picture. Where is the market really coming from the 3 months? So you can see that the market from the 3 months zone has taken out this 1.8 area, so 1.2, right? So 1.22 area was the key level, and swept this resistance zone and a rejection all the way down, right? So the previous 3 months candle closed inside this zone. So we have this entire zone. Yeah, so this is, I think this is on EURUSD, this is the major resistance level we are looking at. So if you really ask me what's really going on EURUSD, I would likely say this is it. Okay, so this whole level. So you can see the market took out that level and rejected. So I'm expecting the market to come back to this level, which is 1.14. So 1.14 level. So what can bring the market down to that level is if CPI continues to be bearish, CPI continues to be hot. So if we have a hot CPI into hot CPI, then market will price a bearish EURUSD. And if ECB gives us a more or less hawkish guidance, market will definitely take out that low. All right, so for me, from the 3 months perspective, I want to see the market taking out this low, right? I want to see the market to at least come down to that 1.14 price level. So this level, right? So because if you look at if you do the chart analysis, you see that okay, this whole high was cleared out. This whole high was cleared out and taken out. So Western markets will probably come back to retest this high again. We call this breaker retests and this sharp rejection candle. So see that, and the end of this current candle we close in June. Yeah, so July starts another quarter candle. So I really want to see how this will happen, really. Okay, so that's what we have on the 3 months side. So on the monthly, you see that yes, this guy is within that area. So we'll see if markets will take out that low, take out this low. I want to see it. If markets will take out, this is the long-term perspective. Markets should take out that low. Then we likely want to see something like this, then a continuation to the downward side. That is if EURUSD becomes largely positive. Okay, but I doubt, I really doubt, due to a lot of Trump narrative, a lot of Trump narrative. So, but if there's anything that will come in to say that Trump will not really be on that seat again, then I'm sure it supports USD to the upside. But this is what I'm seeing, okay, at the moment. So let's go to the weekly and see how the weekly is faring, okay? Let's look at the weekly, how the weekly is faring. So last week we had we saw that NFP was quite strong, okay, and you can see what happened there. The market sold. The market sold, closed well above into this fair value gap that is there. Okay, tapped through it, and you can see dropped. Okay, so now market has taken out from the weekly. Market has taken out this major resistance. All right, because the market has taken out this major resistance. So if market has taken out that major resistance, then what should we expect? Perhaps for me, this is what I would expect: a little bit lower price. Then price will find a way to probably, try to retest, be somewhere around here again. Then it's okay. This is the kind of narrative I actually want to see going into the week, going into the other week of June and coming into July. This is just a mere prediction. But one thing I want you guys to note that market has taken out this low, right? That's major range resistance level due to the strong NFP data. So taking out this low, perhaps to get a retest, then a continuation downward to bring us to our 1.14 price level. So 1.14 price level to 1.7 price level. So I want to see if markets will test, if markets should come into this other block that is here. So let's test it into that zone. So I don't know how that will be. And we'll see how we can take on that and move on. How we can move on with this. So let's look at the daily candle, daily time frame. So if you look at the daily time frame, a little bit of what happened here. If you look at this, if we really zoom a little bit, you see what the market did here was try to take out this high, then sold all the way down. Yeah. Then selling all the way down was we having market took out this low, right? Market took out this low. Market took out that low, then rallied into this area, right? See, rallied into that area. I think to this area, then sold. Then if you look at that entire structure, you see that this was a low that was taken out. Okay. Market took out that low and did more like a retest to that fair value gap to sell. So obviously this whole rally, market should come back and take it out into this zone. Okay. So this is my long term. This is what I'm thinking. Especially if CPI should remain stronger, come out stronger, the market should come back into this zone. Then if there's anything we want to do, probably we'll have a a relief rally, then continue downwards. So this is just what it says on the chart. So you just want to mark up your chart like this and see reactions to take your positions. Okay, you want to mark up your chart and see reactions to take your position. So this is exactly what it is for us in the market for now, and we expect further outlook, and we'll see how things unfold. So for me, I actually don't want to do much of prediction. I want to do more of finding a way to um, 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 find a way to execute, to react to this market. So we'll see as Wednesday unfolds, as Monday unfolds, and Tuesday unfolds, and all of that. So this is basically technical perspective of Euro USD from the 3 months to the monthly to the weekly and now to the daily. Okay, so this chart keeps us in check, really. Okay, this chart keeps us in check and helps us balance things off. So expect a little bit of retracement, something like that, then continue downward. But next week I will want to see more sales. I don't think inflation data will be that soft. I don't think. And also, I do not think ECB will be that hawkish. They have no reason to be that hawkish. They will largely want to stay data dependent. Okay. And of course, if they stay data dependent, that will put the market on USD to support USD upward trajectory ahead of next week Wednesday Kevin Walsh appearance on as the first appearance as the new Federal Reserve chairman. So that's what the market price ahead of that. So this is what we have on Euro USD. My perspective on Euro USD from the bigger picture. All right. So largely that keeps on that. So if you look at this key level, this is where I marked last week that price should stay on. Then selling, of course, you see it was what it is. So let's look at pound USD. Let's look at pound USD. We go to the 3 months. What's going on in the 3 months? Okay. You see on pound USD, on pound USD, on pound USD, we have um, we have market has taken it high. And if you look at that high, really, you see this low. So I still feel that this is the range. Yes, this is the range for pound USD. So this is the range for pound USD from 3 months. Okay, so if we are looking at this range, this whole candle range, and we're seeing that market tapped into it and all the way to this, right? So what should we really expect? What should we really expect from that range? So if we should stay on this, okay, then we can look at data that could support our sell narrative for the month. We have Fed, we have CPI, we have Bank of England report, we have Bank of England report. That's largely what drives pound USD. So Bank of England report is on June 18. Okay, that's on Thursday next week. So we want to see how is Bank of England respond to their monetary policy. But I don't think Bank of England should be that hawkish because of some of the data we've seen from their inflation report and all of that. So I don't think Bank of England should be that hawkish compared to Fed and what's it called, ECB. So if that should be the case, then we may perhaps see downward side to Euro USD to price, the 1.1 to 1.31 to 1.31 level, okay, 1.31 to 1.3, yeah, to 1.3 level. So largely dependent on what the market is going to do. So this whole thing, there is this fair value gap that is there. See, yeah, so market is inside our fair value gap. Right, so there is fair value gap that is there. Market is inside it. And if you look at the monthly structure, and we will clearly see that, okay, the market is trying to be bearish. This is the previous month's low, although the market has not taken it out, and this is the ultimate, let me say this low. Okay, this is the previous 3 months low. So this is the previous 3 months low. This is the previous month's low. So can the markets rally down? I think, yeah, I know, pound USD used to play catch up. Pound USD used to play catch up on Euro USD most of the time. So now you can see Euro USD is trying to, be more aggressive, and you just see all of a sudden pound USD will now try to play a catch up. Okay, trying to play catch up. So I think if pound USD try to play catch up, that will likely be if Bank of England becomes largely dovish, which I think they will be dovish. They will, because data justify them to be dovish. But let's see how things unfold as the months go. This is just a bigger picture narrative, so that as you're building your thought process, you'll begin to have an idea of what to look at time as the week unfolds. So on the weekly perspective, what has happened here is you can see that markets tried to cover up on this. Okay, I think it did not try. Market tried to cover up on this fair value gap here. All right, so taking out this high here. Okay, so if that is the case, then we should expect. I should expect market has taken out this high, this low here. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to that low on the daily. All right. So market has taken out. So this is the range. This is the range of this move. So I'm expecting market to take out this range. Okay. So perhaps under this block, could be. So this is the previous quarter low. How aggressive can pound USD be really? How aggressive can the pound USD be really? Okay, how aggressive could it be? So can we be that aggressive a little bit further to take out this low, then probably look out for a retracement, and all I think this pound USD will do next week is this, because of Bank of England report next week. It's probably just, maybe take out this low a little bit. Then we could have a little bit of retracement, something like that. Then if we see more USD supportive narrative, then we could see more downside to the side. But it would be good to be a good thing for pound USD to really come down to that, to come down to that low, and largely I'm bearish. I'm bearish on pound USD. The macro outlook still supports it's been bearish. Okay, the macro outlook still supports it's being bearish. Okay, so and let's look at the daily and finalize on this. So if we jump on the daily, right? If we jump on the daily, you agree with me that let's look at the daily perspective. You agree with me that market took out this major low here, right? Market took out this major low here. Market took out this major low here. And having done that, you see that on this scale, market did run back to this low, right? And fall back here. So if we see how things go, right? Market took on that low. Let me zoom a little bit so it's not be too. So market took on that low, took out this low, right? This resistance, then did a quick retracement, right? Back into this zone. Okay, so this zone now has become a major resistance. The market has taken it out, clearing out this inner resistance, this inner structure here, clearing out this major resistance. Okay, clearing out this major resistance. That's it. Clear out the major resistance. So can we see a little bit of retracement then all the way down here? So my thought process is telling me, okay, take out this low, give a little bit of retracement, then all the way down again. So this whole structure, from the macro perspective, this is what is possible. Next week, if you see a CPI that is quite bullish for USD, then we could see pound USD taking out this low entirely. Then we could perhaps get a little bit of, maybe take out this low entirely, right? And come back into the structure, just somewhere around here, I guess, then sell further, right? So this is a CPI week. Then the retracements will largely be that, let me see if I could get a pen. This is a CPI week, right? CPI week doing the thing, right? Then the retracement would likely be into Fed and BO, Bank of England week, which is next week, 17 and 18. Then if we get a hawkish Fed and a dovish Bank of England, guidance, then we could see a further sell into here. So this is the macro picture of what I'll be looking out for in pound USD as the day breaks. It could fluctuate really. All right. It could fluctuate really. and that could be the case. All right. That could be the case. So so going into the week, let's see how the market. So you can mark up your charts using this perspective. All right. For me, I'm bearish on Euro. I'm bearish on Euro USD and pound. I'm bearish on pound USD. So let's look at 2-year yield. 2-year yield is largely hawkish. The 2-year yield is hawkish. It holds the 4.0 level, right? And still all the way down, all the way up there. So we're 4.145. That's what's it priced. So could it break the 4.2 level to all the way to 4.4? I'm expecting it to come all the way to 4.5 level if the market price a hike. The market already priced a hike. We'll see. Oil, Brent is still above $90. US oil is still around $88. Okay, although it has crashed. But market no longer pricing that. No longer pricing oil. Market is pricing into future inflation narrative. So we'll see on that as the market unfolds this week. So I hope this video helps you to make a better decision. And of course, this is purely for educational purpose, not for any means to be used as any financial advice or investment advice. Trading forex market is risky and it's not conducive for every type of investor. So see you next week. Yeah. And I'm sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to your loved ones. Bye.